I've been contemplating. I was reading something not long ago about that FISA renewal thing. Letting them get all our stuff without getting a judge to sign off on a search warrant. And, there's all kinds of other things that's been going on. And I don't know why, but I got to thinking, well, I do know why. There was a thing on Facebook that somebody had put on there about some kids riding in the back of a pickup truck going to a picnic or something. And I got to thinking, I've been around quite a long time. Not as long as some people, but longer than most of the ones that are around now. And I was contemplating all the liberties that have been taken away from me with not asking me, with no input from me. And I have watched, when I was a kid, there was Nikita Khrushchev was the bigwig over there in the Soviet Union. And he stood in the United Nations and he was cussing the United States out. And he had his shoe off and he was beating on that podium. We will bury you. Well, you know what? I look around now and I look at everything that's going on, everything that this Obama, everything that this Biden, everything that them Bushes and that have done. Don't make no difference. This wholesale thing where enough Republicans go over and vote with the Democrats to get some other liberty taken away. And they always do that. Where this Speaker of the House moved this deal up so it could get voted on and get passed and all this other kind of stuff. Well, that FISA thing through the House, that's going to go through the Senate too, like shit through a goose. And I got thinking about that, That socialism, people talk about socialism. I heard somewhere old Roseanne Barr made a comment. I always liked that lady. She tells it straight. I think she was on somebody's talk thing, and she made a comment about stuff. And, that lady was really popular. And then she got shut right down. Boy, they didn't want nothing to do with that stuff she was spouting. Well, that's the same way. That Rand Paul back there, he talks in the Senate. And nobody seems to listen to him. But he tells it pretty straight. There's a couple others of them. That Kennedy guy from down there in Louisiana, he seems to tell it pretty straight. He's got I think they try to be Americans. But there was that Roseanne Barr made a comment about fascism. And she was right. Because if you look at it, now, people talk about this socialism. Well, the basic economic system in the United States has been corrupted from free enterprise, laissez-faire, to socialism, which isn't free enterprise. And if you go listening and you go reading Karl Marx and a few of these other guys, you find out, well, let's see, there was fascists in Italy during World War II. There were fascists in Germany. The Nazi Party was fascist. Communists ran Russia. Okay, now you look at it, they were all socialists. Socialists. That's the economic ground, so that the in-power people can take all the money away from the worker bees and give it to the drones and get the votes and get the support and everything. Well, up there you take that guy up there in the Soviet Union that was leading them during World War II. He's supposed to have killed something like 40 million of his own people just to make sure he had control. Because there were a lot of them people around there didn't want nothing to do with that communism. But now over there in Germany, that Hitler, now he killed a whole bunch of Jews, but at the same time, he killed all kinds of them gypsies. He killed homosexuals. He killed, well, his people killed mentally deficient people, physically deficient people, and he was supposed to have killed at least 20 million people. And about 6 million of them was the Holocaust. Now, I guess I ain't supposed to mention that stuff on this channel, but that's okay. Nobody listens to me anyway. Now you see, we've got that same fascist system that's cancerous, has caused all this cancer in the United States economic system. That's why our dollar is worth nothing. That's why that President Biden's administration has got that central bank dollar, that electronic money, that nobody will be able to track that. No, it don't matter. See? And they make the world safe for democracy, and yet in the United States we have a one-party National Socialist system with two facets, the Democrats and the Republicans, and they always vote socialist. So we got big problems. We got a one-party democracy. Doesn't a one-party democracy make tyranny? Isn't some kind of an organization or some puppeteers at the top of that pulling strings, doesn't that make the United States a dictatorship? Because them people back there in Washington can just do whatever they want without asking the public? Well, I see just the other day the Senate declared the charges against that feller that they were supposed to impeach to be unconstitutional. Now, isn't that the job of the Supreme Court of the United States? Weren't they supposed to send that over to the SCOTUS for a ruling on whether it was unconstitutional or not? Well, let's see, they bypassed SCOTUS, so that means we got 2 houses in government instead of 3. They don't need the Supreme Court anymore. They just did that. Gee, you know what? They got us. They got us right by the short hairs. I'm glad I'm as old as I am, and I'm glad I'm cynical, and I've read as much and studied as much. And you know what else? I am glad that I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and my faith in God and my faith in Jesus Christ tells me what's going to happen whenever this poor old body gets laid down, whether it's by a nuclear explosion or some kind of assassin's bullet or whatever. Maybe them airplanes will throw a flyover and drop some of them chemtrails, because there's three types. There's contrails that jet engines put out. There's this stuff that they see clouds with. And then there's chemtrails that can do all kinds of things. They deny they're doing it, but yeah, you can't trust the government with nothing anymore. Honor and honesty are lost, except with a few people. Well, okay, I got that off my chest. I feel good. So y'all have a good day. Read, study, think, act, do something honest and honorable. And may God bless you all. Have a good one.